Hello everybody. Today is a very special video for you and I would like to tell a little bit my story, my way in a cross-dressing which I already cover for almost around 30 years. It was not a straight way forward. I had my ups and downs, including depressions, including questioning myself about my sexual orientation, and, for example, trying to understand why I'm doing this, trying to quit, and then self acceptance, which gave me courage and competence and also feeling of being happy person, which helped me also with your support, which I had experienced over many years, compliments, interactions, and also your emails. It all helps. Also, I had luck probably with parents, with surrounding people, friends, and also my beloved. All those people have accepted me during my journey, and I will try to put it for you maybe in a short way, which might help you to decide if cross-dressing is a way for you, if it might be acceptable, and how do I see perspective for that. Um, it's not a secret. I'm coming from a country which not anymore exists, Soviet Union. I grew up on one of republics which now is independent, and I would say that if you were different, the relationship towards you was quite negative. So even having long hair in 90s could lead to interactions with skinheads, banks, who can just hit you on the streets if you were looking different. So my childhood was quite impacted by the surrounding I grew up. So also as a child, I never had this intention in terms being a woman. I always recognized myself in my body. So, but at the same time, during dreaming, I quite commonly realized that in my dreams, I were, for example, dressed as a woman, looking very feminine. And probably my story started more close to a teenager age. What is important maybe to mention that I'm coming from quite an intelligent family. My both parents are professors, so I basically had no choice in terms of my future coming from this type of society. And I always had a fear if I would be different, if I would not be studying or not doing something correctly, that it would have impact on my daily life. So quite I would not say dominant, but quite, let's say, strong parents. And I had a little bit of fear of even having bad notes at the school. So mm I remember when I was a teenager, I was quite fascinated by women. Honestly saying, I love women, and this is a very important to mention. I like how feminine they look, how they put makeup, how they fashion themselves, and that has impressed me extremely. And when I was looking at fashion TV that times, it was like quite popular FTV. I realized that I love how they dress, how they walk on podium, those beautiful models, their makeup, a variety of clothes. And one day I realized, I don't know how it came, that how would it be looking on me? That was the first time idea of Anastasia. And I just said myself I would try. And as many cross-dressers, if you read books or look on internet for their ways how people describe their stories, it all starts with an older sister or mom clothes just trying something on. I were not an exception. And which was a hit for me, the first ever hit, when I tried some mom's dress and I looked at myself in the mirror with like funny made lipstick. I was not looking feminine at all, and I said to myself, that's not really what my target was, because I was uh, under admiring fashion, beautiful woman, and then like a boy looking in a dress, not shaved legs and something was not really attractive to me. And I stopped. And then I remember when I was at university already, like maybe 20, 21 years old, I first time moved to Germany and I got my freedom. Then I was dating girls, and once I decided to tell one of them that I have this dreams about like try what it would be looking like, and the reaction was quite positive. She said, "Yeah, like what do I need for that?" And I ordered a wig, I ordered some clothes, that time on eBay, and we tried. She helped me with the makeup, and that's how Anastasia came to life. And that was really first experience. I remember looking on those photos and on looking on myself in the mirror, like with this wow effect. I can look very feminine despite having masculine body, despite being quite, I would say, strong grown up and very conservative grown up. I realized this might be looking beautiful. I've sent this couple of pictures to that time Flickr, or that time it was part of Yahoo as a society started. It was 2005, I believe, and 20 years ago. And I get a lot of positive impact. And then I said, why not to try? And I was positively impressed about all this happening to me. So I had, of course, I was hiding a lot as a student. I tried just in my student room, making some pictures, dressing up. That's how it started. I received a lot of compliments, interactions with men as well and female. Uh, there were also quite a lot of negative reactions. Why you're doing this? Are you a nerd? And so on. So a young person, and this quite commonly happens to young persons, you have to learn to deal with that you might be different, which quite commonly, based on the impact of society, is not easy. And this might lead to depressions, self-questioning. Happened to me as well. I remember that times I also just took all my clothes, feminine clothes, which I have collected, and threw them away and said I never try this again. And I said like, why I'm doing this? It's I'm a normal man. I love women. Why should I have something with cross-dressing? And you know, then maybe for half a year it was okay, but then I was coming back and back again, and actually society was growing. You still get some messages on Flickr or that time also emails, and I said, okay, I can't live without that. And this is how my acceptance way started. It was also not easy because I started to question myself by growing, like, what does it mean for me? what How does it impact my life, what people around me say to me, what would be my mom's reaction, what would be my friend's reaction. And it took me, honestly saying, from that period of time, really 10 years back and forward, with a lot of confusion. And I maybe, if you would have questions, you can ask them. I probably might deep dive. Just the message was, it took me 10 years before I realized what I really want and started to really more be accepting part of my feminine side, saying, no, I am not a gay. I love women. I still love them. I also started to, I would say, openly say it to my partner, to friends around me. And surprisingly, reaction quite commonly was very positive. And it gave me also more self-belief, more feeling that what I do might be not so wrong, especially um, considering that how things changed to Russia, where it's now considered to be propaganda. It's forbidden by law. And since I live already over 20 years in German, 20 years in German-speaking countries, um, I feel myself like I can be open, I can be the way I am, and I started to enjoy it. And surprisingly, it gave me much more balance in my life. Also, my YouTube channel, which helps just to show you that cross-dressing can be an art of transformation. And you know what I would say that if I look on my way, the only thing I regret is that there was really a gap of 1 decade where I was under fear, because I had no really body to share their experiences, to really motivate me and to tell me like, look, what you do is good, and what you do just helps you to be yourself. And also thinking on that from a perspective that actually I'm not into transition. I have a video explaining this in details, check it. And keeping this balance, having cross-dressing as a part which helps me to relax, recover, let's say, get away a little bit away from my quite stressful masculine life, which I do enjoy, and just be maybe a cute creation for an evening, go like this to theater, cinema, just enjoy a dinner with my beloved. Uh, gives me an energy, gives me a feeling that I can be the way I am, and then I can wake up and start my another day the way I feel I would wish to start it. I hope this helps you. You see a little bit to my story. If there are more questions or you want me to address this topic from another perspective, feel free to write it. I'm always happy to get your comments. I do also reply to the most of comments or your emails if you clearly are gentle and ask what help type if you need. And I try to be respectful back to you as well. Thank you. Bye bye.